Hi everybody. In this screencast, we're going to take a look at how to use YouTube, not just to edit or upload videos to share, but to actually create brand new videos from scratch. Now, before I do that, of course, I need a little bit of content. So I'm going to turn to my favorite search engine for legitimate works, search.creativecommons.org. What this site does is searches other sites for Creative Commons licensed materials, which are free for use. People have put up with the purpose of being free for use for creating new things. So the first thing I'm going to use this search engine for is actually to do a little bit of a look for some music, because if I'm going to create a video, it always runs better with some music. So I'm going to start off with a tool by the name of Jamendo. And Jamendo is a place where musical artists can share their personal creations and allow others to download them and use them for whatever purpose makes sense to them. So I am going to, because of course this is going to be an epic video, I need to have some epic music. So I'm going to go ahead and type in epic. And when I do, my search results, it's got a number of them. The first one, if I just play the first piece of music here, that sounds like it might be right up my alley for my video. So if I just click on this, before I download it, I need to check one thing, and that's this guy right over here. And unfortunately, I see that this piece of music is licensed attribution, which means we have to give credit for the author. Share alike, which means, or sorry, non-commercial, which means we can't make money off of it, which we're not meaning to. But this one here says no derivatives, which means we can't create new things using this video, so we can, or this piece of music. So we can download it and play it as long as we give credit, but we can't create something new out of this. So that might be a problem. So I'm going to go back one, and I'm going to check out this guy here, which is the Epic Cinematic Score by Carlos Estella. I'll hit play. All right, that sounds like it might be exactly what I'm after. Kind of builds, gets into that epic kind of feel. So again, I'm going to click on the piece, and this time I see that it is attribution, which is fine. We will give credit to Carlos when we produce this. In fact, right now, as I'm playing this through this, I'm giving credit right now. We're not going to make any money off of it. And it's posted as share alike, which means whatever we do with this video, we can't change these. So what this video that you're watching right now, which is going to include this piece of music, has to be attribution, has to be non-commercial, and it has to be share alike. Nobody can charge money down the road for it, which is fine. That's exactly what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and download. When you download, you will have to have an account, but you can just sign in with your Google account, so that's not a problem. And you can see I've already downloaded it here, so I will leave it at that point. All right, the next thing that I need, we've already got a piece of music now, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to post some family pictures. I want to put some pictures of my family when they went to Drumheller a couple years ago. And so I need some images to start things off, some epic dinosaur shots. So what I'm going to do, and this is one of my favorite for this purpose, so I'm going to go ahead and type dinosaur. But the place I'm going to search is Pixabay. Flickr will also provide images, but Pixabay tends to provide images which are full public domain, which means that there are no restrictions. You can download that image and use it any way that you like, sometimes referred to as Creative Commons 0. So if I click Pixabay for dinosaur, let's see what happens. All right, so we've got some interesting pictures. I like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and click on him. Again, I'm going to confirm that the Creative Commons is on here, and it is for sure. I can see that it's CC0 public domain, which means no attribution is even required. I can just use the image however I choose to. And so I just go ahead and hit free download, and it will give me a copy of that image. So now I have an image, and I also have a piece of music. Now we just need to go into YouTube to put it together. So I'm going to go to the upload screen for YouTube, and you do that by just pushing this upload button when you're signed in. And one of the things that you have available to you is a photo slideshow. And that's always a good place to start with a photo story. Ultimately, we'll need to be in the video editor to include the music. So let's start there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Then it's going to give me a list of all of my imagery that I have currently in my Google Photos. You can also go to upload if you choose to. I'm going to go to this Family Day in Drumheller, and I'll just go hit select. And there's all my pictures that I want to include in my photo story. Now at this point I can add more photos, or I can just push next, and it will take me to the photo story page. Now, if I want to, there is some Creative Commons licensed music available through YouTube, but I'd already found this one track that off of Jamendo that gave some really epic feel to it. So rather than just sticking to this, I'm going to actually jump now to my advanced editor. So I'll go ahead and click that. It does give me a warning, and I'm going to go ahead and hit leave because I haven't changed anything on this page, so I'm not too worried. So I'll hit leave, and it will add me to the advanced editor, and you can see this is your typical editing screen. You can drag and drop existing videos onto this. You can find other resources. You can add pictures. You can add music. You can add transitions, text, and of course get some help. So before I move to the next step, which is adding some music, I need to make sure that my music is in a format YouTube can handle, because YouTube actually can't process an audio file. So I need to take my audio file and turn that into a video file. And a great little tool for doing that is this one right here that's called mp3toolbox.net. Now with MP3 Toolbox, I can either take a video and convert it to an audio file, or an audio file and convert it to a video file. This tool doesn't pay attention to whether or not the material is legitimately acquired, so please make sure you're only using Creative Commons licensed materials when you're using this tool. So I'm going to convert an MP3 to an MP4. I want to convert this to something I can upload to YouTube. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. Next, it's going to say I need to pick my MP3, so I'll click on Pick My MP3. It'll take me to my my files, and this was the MP3 that I'm using, the Carlos de Celos Epic Cinematic Story MP3. And there it goes, it's uploading. And momentarily, it gives me an option of how do I download it. I can actually embed a picture if I wanted to. For my purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and just pick the this page here, which gives the credits for what it's called. And I am going to push the convert button. And as soon as I do, it's going to sit and chunk away for a couple of minutes. And momentarily, it'll give me a download where I can store that. So at this point, you could download it. You could even post it on Facebook if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and push YouTube. And that will send it automatically to YouTube in a with the link only permission status. All right, so I've already done that. But when you click on it, it'll give you the ability to do that. So for me, I'm going to go back to my video editor, and I need to add that video or that audio file. I know that I have uploaded Carlos Estella, which you can see right here, and I can drag that into the video screen, which would play it as a video, or I can drag that down here into the audio. And again, that has to be in a video file, otherwise YouTube won't accept it. You can hear that it's playing in the background. Right now I'm just on this edit screen for this, but if I just click off to the side, you can see now I've got the beginnings of a photo story with some music. Now there's default transitions between, we can pull other ones of those down. But the music just starts right at the beginning. So what I want to do before I get straight into this, first of all, I've noticed that the music kind of changes at 16 seconds. So if I advance here and I just hit play, you can hear that the music did change. So it'd be good to have some introduction to this that lasts 16 seconds long, so that when the pictures start flowing, I have basically what I want. So I'm going to start with some text. So if I click text, I can see that there's some banner screens that I can go ahead with. So I could, for example, just drag this one down here. I want it to be part of my video. And you can see, enter your text here, shows up. I could put some introductory text. And now when the music starts, oh, that's a little abrupt, so maybe I might throw a transition in here. So maybe I'll do a cross blur. That's got a neat little transition from a title page to a picture. So you get the idea of this. If I want to adjust any of these, if I want to make the crossfade last longer, I can stretch that out. If I want to make the title last longer, I can stretch that out. If I want to keep a picture on the screen longer, I can stretch that out. So that's really about it. I'm going to go ahead and glue the finished product to the end of this video. But really the only remaining step is to push create video, give it a title, give it some description, and you're done. Anyway, I hope that makes sense to you, and enjoy the brief final product.